So as a parent or student, I can open my email and I can click on the web address that's listed, and it will take me to this login page. If I already have an account, I would enter my username and password and touch sign in. If I do not have an account yet, I would touch create an account here. So I'm going to enter my first name and my last name, and then I'm going to enter my email address. And then I'm going to enter what I want my username to be. My username can be my email address, or I can enter something else. So I'm going to enter Rhonda Nass as my username. And then for my password, I enter what I want my password to be. And then I confirm my password. And then I touch register. I now see a screen where I can add students to my account. So I would enter here the registration code I received from the school. If I'm copying and pasting, I want to make sure I don't get any trailing or any leading spaces. And then I want to enter the date of birth. And then I touch register. So it found Samantha to add to my account, and it also noticed there were 2 push notifications that had been set up previously for Samantha. So I can look here and see, do either one of these profiles belong to me? With the Harmony 2 access, there was one login, and you could set up as many profiles as you want, but you could edit the other people's profiles. With the Harmony 3 family access, the profiles are tied to each account, so I will only be able to edit the push notification profiles to receive emails and texts for my own profile. So I can look here and I can say, yes, this one's mine, and I say okay. And so now it's added Samantha to my account, and that push notification profile belongs to me. I could then enter the registration code and the date of birth for my next student and touch register, and I can complete this for as many students as I have. Now that I've added students to my account, let's look at the features available in the Family Access. Once I've added all my students to the account, I can touch on the student's name to view their data. I can touch on the next student to switch back and forth between the students. So a parent can set up one account, and if they have 4 students, they can all be on that same account. What I see at the top are the grades for the student. If I touch on the graph icon, that will show me a graph of their grades. So I see an assignment summary with the overall percentage to the side. So I can see here that the student had a 90% until they did not turn a homework assignment in, and that dropped them to the 77%, and they're gradually working their way back up. The green line is the overall percentage. The blue line is the percent for each assignment. As you can see, if I mouse over, it will show me the name of that assignment and the percent that was earned. If the school has the Email to Teachers feature turned on, the parents and the students can touch on the teacher's name to send an email. If no email address is available for that teacher, it will not be a link, it'll just be the teacher's name. I can easily switch between grading periods and even between semesters by touching the term and the grading period icons. Instead of emailing me a report card, what the schools will do now is after they've generated their report cards, they'll touch Publish Report Cards. This will then make the report card available for parent access and for student access. In the past, the students have not received those report cards, but now the students can receive those as well. I can use the Show and Hide to see each section. I'll be able to see my students' attendance and discipline. You also have an option now on your web profile to turn on discipline comments. What this will do for you is show you the comment that's been entered for each discipline record. By default, it's not shown, but if that's something your school wants to show, they can turn that on the web profile. If your teachers use lesson plans, the lesson plans will be available in the homework section, and they're a week at a time instead of a day at a time as they were in the old access. I can also see the student schedule, the cafeteria balance, and if they have activity, I would see the activity as well as the menus, if the menus have been entered. If my school has online payments, I have a link to make my online payment here, and then here's my profile that I linked that was called Sam's profile. So if I want to make any changes to that, I can say, okay, I do want to be notified about unexcused absences and tardies. I'm going to leave the grade to less than an A, let me know. But I want a weekly progress report. So regardless of the grades, every Friday I want a progress report sent to me. So I can turn that on. I have the option here for texting as well as the option for emailing. And I have this one set to daily. But I could switch this to weekly or disable it, and then I can save it. So I can easily change my notification options as well. And when I'm done with Samantha, I can just switch and look at Sandy's information. If I have a new student that is added next year, maybe I have someone enroll as a kindergartner, I can go back to Manage Account and I can just add that student. When I'm done looking at my student's information, I just touch Log Out.